Polite married sex. I'm Shahrazad Morgan, author of The Fuck List and What I Did for Sex. Links are in the description below. What is polite married sex? Polite married sex involves being uncomfortable with the body and having shame around the body and having a very rigid, narrow way of being in the body in the bedroom. Now, fun sex to me is really being in our bodies, the same way that you would be if you're working out, running, swimming. You might make sounds, you might laugh, you're just enjoying yourself. You feel entitled to enjoy yourself. Think about playing tennis with someone. I don't play tennis, but I see people are like in a team, they're playing and they're making sounds and they're being strong and they're being expressed. In polite married sex, none of that happens, okay? You're having sex probably out of duty or obligation because you're just polite. You owe sex to this person. Nice people give sex. And nice people do not say words like fuck, pussy, cock. Nice people do not open their eyes during sex or look at their bodies or do nasty things like rimming or pegging or threesomes or role play or I don't even really know. I can tell you my version of polite married sex, which wasn't even, I'll say this. My version of polite married sex came about because I had a partner who was no to a lot of things. So I started feeling really constricted, like I couldn't be free, I couldn't be self-expressed, I couldn't go on a sexual adventure or even a sensual, emotional adventure in the bedroom. Like there were so many rules. And I went along with them. I also had a feeling that if I started liking it too much, my husband would disrespect me. So to be very polite, I pretended not to like it too much or let myself like it too much or make too many sounds. Heaven forbid I make too many sounds. That wouldn't be very polite. The neighbors might hear. He might think I'm a slut for liking it. And then you know what happens, and that's why as an escort, I don't let this happen with my clients. What happens is the moment I start doing it the same way every time, if a guy does it the same way every time, I get bored. But if I do it the same way every time, I get bored too. I get bored with myself, but worse, I start feeling really trapped of my own making because I'm doing it the same way every time. And if I've been fucking my husband the same way every time for 2 years, the longer I do it the same way every time, the harder it is to get out of it and do something different. The first time I could say the word pussy, I think I was 48 or 49. And I was trying to reconnect with my husband sexually. And I thought, I have to say the word pussy. I couldn't. You guys are going to be shocked. I couldn't. And that's because I got in this rut of polite married sex. I let myself get in this rut. So I would say, I'm like, okay, maybe I could say pussy cat. So I would say something in a sentence with pussy cat. And then I would say pussy instead of cat. And then I would say pussy. One thing that really opened my eyes, I was going to Narcotics Anonymous at the time. I'm going to make some videos about my Vicodin addiction soon, probably this week. But I met some really cool people, and there was this old timer there. He used to be a heroin addict for years, but he was one of the leaders in the Narcotics Anonymous community and did a lot of service work. And I was talking to him one day after the meeting about my husband, sex with my husband. There were a bunch of us talking. And again, it was always there was no sexual tension between him and me, but we were talking, as members of the group. And he said to me something that changed my life dramatically. And he said, I don't like it if a woman has sex with me because she wants my approval or my validation or out of duty or obligation. I want her to fuck me because she likes fucking, or I want her to have sex with me because she likes sex. Wow, I didn't know that. All I'd been ever taught by my parents was that I shouldn't like it. Women were better if they were virgins. That opened my eyes, and the next time my husband and I fucked, I let myself really like it, and he never complained. Polite married sex means you just lay there. I know that there are women in other cultures, especially the Latino cultures, Indian, that are having sex out of duty or obligation. They're not supposed to like it. There's a lot more shame for women around it. Their virginity is prized. If your virginity is prized, that means your sexuality is not. Even though you're married, it's hard to undo all that. Years and years of suppressing it. And they probably just lay there. That's very polite. Just lay there, or lay there like a starfish, or it can be any kind of woman too. Close your eyes with the lights out. Don't go down on me. It's not polite. Don't get too close there. It's not polite. And I can just tell you from talking to men who are with women like that the men are in a lot of pain over it. They're in a lot of pain over it. I don't know how the women feel. I guess the women feel like it's something I have to do. I'm just a polite wife. I'm going to do my duty because I'm nice. But I can tell you it feels very trapping. I also want to add something else too. If your wife doesn't want to have sex with you, it could be because you have no game and you're not good in bed, but it could also be because she's been sexually abused. I should make a separate video about that. Yeah, I'm going to make a separate video about that. Thank you so much for watching my video. I would love to hear your comments on, have you ever had polite married sex, and what was that like for you? And I'm not being polite because I have my little thong here. By the way, if you want to watch my Just for Fans, the link is in the description below. I have a lot of really non-polite content on there to make up for all the years that I had to be polite. And now I can just be me and free and self-expressed the way I would be in the gym or running, get sweaty, make sounds, be playful, have fun. Sex is supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be like a formal dinner with your gloves on and the proper silverware. It's supposed to be like eating with your hands and making sounds and laughing and having fun. And that's, I think, what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be an adventure, a discovery, a journey, a creativity, a self-expression. And you don't have to try to come. You don't have to try to make anything happen. You can just be in the moment and just allow yourself to just be with what is. I struggle with that too sometimes. I'm not saying I'm there, but I can tell you I'm not that polite in the bedroom anymore.